Well, good morning. Today is Thursday, March 30th, and it is a miserable day. Miserable. It is 32 degrees, and we have a mixture of rain, snow, and sleet. So that'll give you a clue that I'm not walking today. David called me and forgot or didn't realize or whatever that he left his science project in his closet. Why it was there, I don't know, but in his closet. And it's due today. It's due 5th hour. Right now it's 3rd hour. And it's worth 50% of his grade. And today is the last day he can turn it in because tomorrow starts his spring break. And today's the end of card marking period. How convenient that they make the project due the same day as the last day of card marking. But anyway, so good grandma that I am, I told him that I would bring it over to him. I'm going to put my lights on. It's a little dark out here. I slept pretty good. I got up in the morning and it was pouring rain, and so I drove David to the bus stop. And we sat out waiting for the bus. Because there's nothing worse than being wet and then having to be wet all day. And he won't carry an umbrella. I do good to get him to wear a coat. So to try to have him have an umbrella would really be pushing my luck. So that wasn't going to happen. So I had a really hard time falling back to sleep, but I stayed in that bed. I was determined. I wish I could be that determined in some other aspects of my life, but I was determined to stay in that bed. And so I did. And I didn't get up until 10:20. Oh my gosh, that's just ridiculous. In my defense, I didn't go to bed till 12:30, and then I got up at 5 to 6 and didn't go back to bed till 7, and I probably didn't fall back asleep till about 7:45. That shows you how dedicated I was. I laid in that bed for 45 minutes. That's just bad. But I really was looking forward to my walk, but it's supposed to rain 100% chance all day. So, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to be able to walk. And I'll be honest, I'm probably not going to walk in the house. First of all, it bothers Jim because he just said, sit down, just sit down. And I just don't feel like going down the basement. Wish I could. There's room to walk down the basement. So, I'm just making excuses now. But anyway, trying to think of a story to tell. Remember one time I was with my mother and we were driving on the expressway somewhere, and there was this young girl, and she was sitting on the side of the road because her car wasn't working. And my mother pulled over to say that two stories about my mom, but one involves Denise, but I'll tell you this one first. So she was sitting at the side of the road with her car, and my mother pulled over and said, can I help you with something? Can I bring you somewhere? And she said, well, if you could just bring me to get some gas, I'd appreciate it. So she said, okay. Well, my mother only had a 2-door back. I don't know that they still make 2 doors, but anyway, it was a 2-door car. And so I climbed in the back seat, and the girl got in the front. My mother brought her to the gas station. It was a little bit of a ways to go. So she brings her to the gas station, and then when she gets back in the car and we start driving home, she lit up a cigarette holding the can of gasoline. And I was in the back seat. We would have exploded anyway. And I went, oh my God, are you that stupid? And then I think it was because she didn't realize that she had done it. She, oh my God. She threw the match out the window, threw the cigarette out the window. Oh, it was just, God was really looking out for us on that day, because our good deed would have just gone to poof, and we would have been gone. But, and Denise's story that involves my mother is when we lived in our old neighborhood, there was a section that really wasn't the best, and there were a lot of ladies of the night around, and so she had gone into my mother at the time wasn't very ambulatory. She wasn't able to move a lot. She could move a little bit, but not a lot. So a lot of times if you could just run into the store, you'd leave my mother in the car. My mother loved to go anywhere. When she was young, when we were growing up, my mother would get in the car and go to Kmart just to buy a pair of socks. she just couldn't, she couldn't sit still. So at the end, when she really couldn't walk, it really was a killer for her because she really liked to walk or to get out. But anyway, so Denise locked the door, went in. They were going to Blimpie Subs because Denise was going to get them subs for lunch. So Denise got out the car, took the keys, locked the door, and when she gets back, there's a prostitute sitting in the back seat. And so then Denise gets in the car, and Denise was not very brave. She'll be the first to admit it. She's not very brave. She says to the lady, she says, what are you doing in my car? And she says, oh, this nice lady said she'd drive me home. She says, get out of my car. You're not going anywhere with us. And she says, well, I just have to, you can drop me off at my friend's house, and then I'll be able to pay you. Get out of the car. And so then my mom says, well, she seemed like a nice lady. She says, Mom, she was a prostitute and she wants you to bring her to her John. She says, oh, I didn't know that. I just thought she was meeting friends and they were going to give her money. Oh, well. That's my 2 stories for today. If you guys ever want to hear anything about my life, just ask. I know they're not really weight related. I have no problem sharing my life. I've had many people tell me I should write a book. I don't find myself to be funny. I really don't. People tell me that I'm funny, and I know they mean it in a nice way, not like you're funny. Ooh, they mean like I'm funny, and I guess I just don't see it. I really don't, and I'm not fishing for a compliment. I just think I'm just normal. I don't think I'm funny. They tell me I should go on stage like for tryouts for comedians and things. I don't see it. I really don't. I just conveying my life. I guess things just happen to me that don't happen to other people. So I still got a little bit of a ways to go, and if I was to keep talking, my whole video would be just me blabbering on and nothing about my weight. And I am going to talk about my weight today, so I will let you go because David's school is not closed. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Okay, time for breakfast. Gonna have my toast and banana, egg and bacon, tea and water, and my grapefruit. And I started my day with a prayer. I've drank 28 ounces of water, and my quote is, a person may fail many times, but we are not a failure until we quit for good. I have 37 points for the day, 2 for my egg, 2 for my bacon, 3 for my toast, 2 for my 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, teaspoons rather, 0 for my bacon, banana, grapefruit, and tea and water. So I have 28 points left for dinner. Well, Jim and I went and got him a new phone today. And now that we're home, I'm going to have a snack. I don't really usually have snacks, and it's not really a healthy snack. It really isn't. I'm going to have 3 pieces of candy. I just feel like some sugar. And I don't even know how many points there are. I know I shouldn't have it, but you know what? I needed something sweet, and that's what I chose. So we're going out for our couples dinner tonight, and I'm probably going to get a patty melt, and I'll probably have a Coke. Tomorrow, back at it. I haven't given up for today. Really, I haven't. I'm just not making a wise choice right now, and I'm very much aware of it.
Hello, my friend.
I think you should take a picture of your dinner.
Take a rock house dinner with people. They have something else.
You
We had a
usually
good
do.
dinner.
You usually do.
I had scrumptious nachos. I had nachos.
Well, you can just tell your people you had a pizza bread.
I had 6. I had nachos.
Look at Sharon. She's lost 100.
It was 110. We're back to 100 now.
She was on Florida for a couple of months.
Who are you talking to?
For my YouTube channel.
A what? She's got a blog thing. Oh, I thought you were just going to take a picture.
I almost forgot Jim. He's paying for my meal.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm home finally. We had to go to Christy's house because we needed our tech people to help Jim with his phone. We had to download his pictures and something with his Pandora. So anyway, it's almost 10 o'clock. It's getting late. I'm getting tired. Get my pajamas on, upload this video, answer my comments, and go to bed. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to walk tomorrow either. We're supposed to get thunderstorms all during the night, and it's supposed to rain up until 6 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll see.